you're balancing the immune system with the brain, both sides of the brain, with the acupuncture meridians in the presence of the allergy, and that's the key to what you have successfully pulled off here.
So it's like reprogramming the whole body and the brain and the meridians, so that that it understands to absorb the nutrients from the foods, and that you're not supposed to react. And in the process, the liver starts to be less toxic because it doesn't have to work so hard, and the body starts to absorb the nutrients, and you have a lot of good beneficial outcome.
So let me just kind of go over this again. This is sounds like a definitely better allergy program. You can do this process in your own home in a matter of minutes. You don't need a doctor to do it, so you aren't having to travel there and back. It's a one-time purchase, so you don't have to keep going back and retreat and have more expense. You don't use it up, so you can not only treat yourself but other members of the family. Heck, you could treat your neighbor if you wanted to. And it's a way for you to take control of your health and treat multiple allergens at the same time. So it just doesn't sound like it gets any better than that. So what do I get when I get the program?
Well, in the program, you actually get the Allergy Kit includes 7 vials that holds the energetic composition of the things that we're treating. You also get an instruction manual, and one of the more important things is the health survey. The health survey has items on it that come from all systems of the body, from the digestive to the neurological to the muscular. We find that allergies affect every system of the body, not just the digestion. So we see miraculous results in people who can't sleep, that are able to sleep again, all different places. So we ask people to fill that out so they can see where the benefits come from. In the 7 vials, it holds the energetic charge of the allergen. The vials actually tell the immune system what allergen that we're working on and what allergen to delete. And what we also do is, through this process, we allow the body to reset itself to respond positively again. And after we do that, the body then starts a healing process, able to reabsorb these nutrients that it was not able to do before. I don't care what you are eating. The body, when it's allergic, cannot absorb those nutrients. So it starts to do this process of healing, and many times the advantage goes on for weeks or months and sometimes years.
Another thing with when you have allergies is that, I'm sure you know that very well, people crave what they are allergic to. And the more you give the body something, the more the body craves it. So it's like a vicious cycle. So once you are rid of the allergen, then you stop cravings. And many people, they lose weight, which is another big thing, really, and that can have to do with allergies.
It's all about balancing the body. When the body is balanced and working the way it's supposed to, we're not supposed to be fat. We're not supposed to be sick. We're supposed to be healthy, and we're supposed to look at the world with open arms and, just a loving embrace. First vial treats chicken and egg, milk and calcium, vitamin C, and parasites. And many times after they do just the first vial, they see a huge, huge change. The second vial, we found that everybody is allergic to sugar. And we also found there's a link between sugar and B vitamins that causes addiction. So by treating these two together, many times when you're addicted to food or you're addicted to, things that are worse than that, all of these things tend to go away, or it becomes easier to kick the habit, so to speak. We also go into, on vial number 3, we know that all of these heavy metals and toxins and pesticides and petroleums are a problem for us. So what we do is we treat the body. So we don't actually eliminate these from the body. That's a detox program. But what we do is we treat the way the body reacts to those things. And by doing that also, the body does tend to make it easier to eliminate these. Going to vial 4, we found that vaccines and childhood vaccinations are very important, as we said earlier. Many times kids with ADD, ADHD, we're not sure, but we think that they come from the vaccinations. Also autism is another thing that is believed to come from vaccinations, and we have good results for all of those behavioral problems. Getting on to vial 5, again, we treat sugar again because sugar is in everything. We also treat the body for candida. Now, what we're doing when we treat it for candida is we're not actually eliminating the candida, but there's
the wrong response.
There's a wrong response to the toxins that the candida secretes. When they live in there, they eat the sugar and they secrete this toxin. So if we can treat ourselves for the toxin, then the candida doesn't affect us really the way it was before. We have the high fructose corn syrup, and of course all the artificial sweeteners are very detrimental to the body. For people who are gluten intolerant, we move on to vial 6, which we treat all types of grains along with gluten and wheat. For people who know that they're gluten intolerant, we ask them to probably use this vial more than one time, treat themselves twice, and that's the good thing about the Allergy Kit, is that you can treat yourself over and over again. When people came into our office, it was another visit and another charge, so that's a good thing about the Allergy Kit. And then to kind of circle everything around and create a balance in the whole system, we treat all the organs and the endocrines, and we take a combination of everything that we've treated previously and put them all together, because we find that sometimes we can treat somebody for sugar, and yet when you combine the sugar with something else, that they may be allergic. So this combines all of them together and gives them an overall way to balance the whole body at the same time.
Let me go back and just mention one point which is important. You mentioned that it comes with a little questionnaire sheet so that people will know where they've started from. That's not necessary to use the Allergy Kit or to use it effectively or for it to work. But so many times we forget how sick we were when we get better. I almost on a daily basis, I would have a patient come in and say, well, how are you? Well, about the same. How about this symptom? Oh, well, yeah, that's better. Well, okay, well, how about this issue? Oh, well, that's better too. So you are better. And so that's important to fill out to know where you're starting from, so that as you look back you can say, oh, yeah, this has made a huge difference, because it will, and we guarantee it. So there's a lot of things that we can change with this. Basic food allergies, we can enhance the immune response, maybe in reverse autoimmune diseases, because we're changing the body's response to that. You're talking about ADD and ADHD symptoms, infections and digestive problems. We're talking about a lot of issues here. So how does that work? Your first symptom, how do you use the program?
You start with the vial first, and that is the vial with the egg and chicken and calcium and vitamin C. We start with that because we came from an egg, so it's the basic protein that we are treating for. And when a baby is born, well, the next thing is they get milk. And then vitamin C is the rest we get in everything practically. We are warm-blooded animals, so most of us have parasites. And there is something with vitamin C and parasites on a deep cellular level. That's why I put that together. So this is a very, very basic vial, so you can get rid of the basic allergies and start to build up your immune system. That's why it's so important to do it in order.
Okay.
And then the next is vitamin B and sugar. As we said before, everybody is allergic to sugar because sugar is put in everything. And
So you can be allergic to anything, including your spouse and children, other people in your home. Can you be allergic to other people?
Very often, kids, they fight with their parents or they fight with their brothers and sisters, and that can be a reaction, an allergic reaction, just the same as to a cat. Even though maybe they don't sneeze, they fight instead.
And we see that a lot in our office. We can treat a husband for his wife or a mother for her child, and we find that the results are
amazing.
Amazing.
They start to get along.
Now, when you think about it, if when you're around your husband and you always feel irritated and they make you sick to your stomach, and these are things that you would expect from an allergen. But so if you put those to either your child or to your spouse, and just always irritable around them, and even when you think of them, it kind of makes you sick. If you can make those things go away, we have a completely different relationship. And that's a relationship that people can't help. If they're allergic to their spouses, they cannot help the fact that they feel that way. It's not like they can smile and do positive thinking, and they're just allergic. And so when those go away, the whole family structure can change for the benefit.
And that is pretty amazing.
And I know you've got a special kit for that, but that can be added later. So the first, and this would allow you to even expand your food choices, but so the first allergy program runs for 2 weeks and 2 days. Is that how that goes?
Or 2 days. 2 weeks, sorry.
What we do is we treat you for the first allergen, for the first vial. The actual process itself takes about 15 minutes, actually 5 minutes doing the process, our exclusive process, and then 10 minutes letting the body relate to this and reprogram itself. After we do that, it takes approximately 25 hours for this new energy to go through all the organs in the body. This is based on Chinese medicine. After we wait that 25 hours, we basically take the rest of the day off, and then we can start the next day. So basically we treat 1 day, we wait a day, and then we can treat vial 2 the next day, and then we can wait a day and we treat another vial. Understand this is not a race, so we don't have to do them like that.
We probably had these for years, so we can wait 2 weeks for it to get it resolved.
Exactly. But the thing I want you to understand, too, is that even if you say, well, I'm not allergic to chicken and egg, do that vial anyway. Don't skip any of the vials. This is a process that eliminates and strengthens the immune system, so don't try to side guess it or believe that you can shorten the process. We've worked on this for many years, and believe me, you cannot shorten the process. Normally, this treatment in our office would be at least 10 treatments. So, we just want you to follow the system. It's very simple, and you will definitely get the results that you deserve, that we guarantee.
So, what can we expect?
Well, you'll have better reactions to the world around you. Everything will look different. Everything will look better. People who are allergic, we find that they believe on a very subconscious level that the world isn't a safe place because, they can feel good for 3 days, eat something that doesn't agree with them, and they can be kind of out of commission or foggy for hours and sometimes days. So when they start to realize that the world is not attacking them, the world certainly looks better, and you can get your life back.
I would like to just give an example. We had a young man in his 30s, and he had a company, and he had to have lunch with his clients. He had IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. He never knew what he would eat that would drive him to the bathroom. So he would always choose a table at the restaurant that was close to the bathroom. So he always had to get there like 20 minutes before, so he was sure he would get that table. After he was treated for his allergies, he could sit anywhere. He was very skinny when he started. He gained weight and is now a happy person who can eat anything, and he loves it. So he got his life back.
That's simply amazing that you can get that kind of results, getting your life back.